It was a brisk Monday morning when Marcus and Angela Carter walked into the downtown branch of Jefferson Bank. Dressed sharply, Marcus in a tailored suit and Angela in a chic business dress, they carried an air of professionalism that commanded attention. Yet, the atmosphere shifted the moment they stepped inside. The bank lobby fell silent as the couple approached the counter. Behind the desk, the teller, a young woman named Sarah, gave them a strained smile, her eyes darting toward the bank manager, Mr. Reynolds, a man known for his conservative demeanor and old-school mindset. Marcus placed a briefcase on the counter, sliding over documents for a substantial business loan. "We've met all the criteria," he said confidently. "Our credit scores, financial history, and business plan are outlined in detail." But Mr. Reynolds, who had come over to assist, barely glanced at the paperwork. His tone was clipped as he said, "I'm afraid we'll need more information before proceeding. These things take time, you understand." Angela's jaw tightened. "We've been preparing this for months. We've met every requirement your bank outlined." Reynolds leaned in, lowering his voice but not his condescension. "It's a competitive market. Loans like these aren't easy to approve, especially for newer ventures." Angela and Marcus exchanged a glance. They knew what he meant but chose not to engage. Instead, Marcus calmly gathered the documents and thanked the staff before they walked out, heads held high. But the story didn't end there. Later that evening, Angela sat at their kitchen table, scrolling through her laptop. "Marcus," she called out, her tone a mix of excitement and resolve. "You're not going to believe this." She had discovered a news article about a new federal program designed to combat discriminatory lending practices. It offered legal avenues and funding alternatives for entrepreneurs facing systemic bias. The next morning, armed with this information, the Carters made a bold decision. Instead of returning to Jefferson Bank, they reached out to a local credit union known for supporting minority-owned businesses. They met with the branch manager, a woman named Elena Ramirez, who reviewed their application thoroughly. By the end of the meeting, she extended not just an approval but a partnership, offering mentorship and networking opportunities. Meanwhile, the ripple effects of their encounter at Jefferson Bank were just beginning. Angela, who had a strong social media following, shared their experience online. The post went viral, garnering thousands of shares and sparking a heated conversation about systemic discrimination in financial institutions. The public outcry led to an investigation into Jefferson Bank's lending practices. Within weeks, Mr. Reynolds and other key staff were under scrutiny, their past denials and approvals audited by regulators. The Carters' story, however, took an even more unexpected turn. Their new loan didn't just fund their business, it helped them launch a financial literacy program aimed at educating underserved communities about entrepreneurship and banking. The initiative, aptly named Carter's Compass, drew widespread attention, attracting partnerships with national organizations and even government support. Months later, during the grand opening of their business, a high-tech co-working space designed to empower local startups, the Carters received a surprise visitor. Elena from the credit union arrived with a special guest, Sarah, the teller from Jefferson Bank. Sarah had quit her job after witnessing the fallout of the investigation. She apologized for not speaking up sooner. "Your story inspired me to do better," she said. "I want to help." The Carters welcomed her with open arms, offering her a role in their growing initiative. The final twist came when Jefferson Bank, facing immense pressure and loss of trust, reached out to the Carters with an offer to sponsor Carter's Compass as part of their corporate reform. Marcus and Angela deliberated but ultimately accepted on their terms. The sponsorship would include scholarships for minority entrepreneurs and mandatory bias training for all bank employees. What began as an act of discrimination turned into a movement that changed lives, challenged systems, and empowered a community. Marcus and Angela proved that even in the face of prejudice, resilience and determination could pave the way for transformative change. And Jefferson Bank? It became a symbol not of failure, but of redemption, proving that even institutions could learn from their mistakes, one bold act at a time.